Jonë e përbashkët të gjitha komuniteteve që jetojnë në Kosovë është Republika jonë, si shtet shumë etnik.
Tash los për një fjalë hyrëse, zoti Tom. Gjetjet nuk janë ma optimiste, sepse ne kemi evidentuar që ka pas vetëm 45 raste pra procesi gjyqësor për krime lufte, me 111 persona të akuzuar, nga cilët 40 prej tyre janë dënuar me një gjykim të fatkeqësishëm për krime lufte të kryera gjatë luftës në Kosovë.
Nije otvorilo taj prostor za intenziviranje suđenja za ratne zločine, a ima dovoljno utvrđenih sudskih činjenica i dokaza koji domaćim tužilaštvima mogu da pomognu u podizanju većeg broja optužnica nego što je situacija. Drugo pitanje koje se otvara čitanjem ovog izveštaja je naravno uvek pitanje svedoka, koliko zapravo svedoci su ohrabreni političkom situacijom da na suđenjima svedoče. Još uvek se vidi te izmene iskaza iz faze istrage, izmene iskaza na glavnim pretresima. Ono što je najupadljivije čitanjem ovog izveštaja je da je najveći problem danas u procesuiranju ratnih zločina na Kosovu i ostvarivanju pravda za žrtve ratnih zločina je nesaradnja između tužilaštava Srbije i Kosova. Na Kosovu se sudi jednom mogućem počiniocu za zločine, ogromne zločine, preko 100 žrtava u Maloj Kruši. Da li možemo da očekujemo pravdu za žrtve? Da li možemo da očekujemo da ćemo taj zločin preko jednog počinioca uspeti da razjasnimo do detalja? Ne. I to je na neki način marginalizacija tog ogromnog zločina, tog jednog od najtežih zločina počinjenog na Kosovu. I čujem se da političari, i dobro je da je tu, da imamo predstavnika Ministarstva pravde koji treba da prenese to i ministru i na vladi, da jedan od prioriteta u daljoj nekoj normalizaciji odnosa Srbije i Kosova je uspostavljanje saradnje upravo u procesuiranju ratnih zločina. To je toliko bitno zbog žrtava i to pitanje treba da bude van, da kažem, nekog političkog okvira.
Dear representatives of institutions, civil society, academia, and students, and all honourable guests. I just wanted to say, first of all, that I can hear us speaking in 3 different languages, but I hope you will hear us speaking absolutely with one voice today in the message that we share, and I'm delighted to follow such powerful words from my 2 predecessors. I welcome today's publication of the Humanitarian Law Centre's 2018 annual report, War Crimes, A Discouraging Transition. The HLC has a really successful track record of the accomplishment of monitoring war crimes cases and providing concrete recommendations to all the relevant responsible institutions. And I would like to congratulate them on their efforts for producing such a comprehensive report today. It really is not easy to have a meaningful dialogue about war crimes, and it is troubling to acknowledge how the lack of justice or delayed justice compounds the pain and the consequences suffered by victims and their families. We all know how family members of those killed, including 12,000 civilians, are seeking justice. We all know that there are 1,600 missing persons whose relatives want to know their fate. We all know that there were thousands of victims of sexual violence who deserve justice. Maybe many in the room are very familiar with those numbers, but let me repeat them. 1,600 persons still missing and unaccounted for, 12,000 civilians killed, and thousands of victims of sexual violence. Perhaps we have become too familiar with these appalling statistics. It is easy to forget, because of their scale, that every single one of those 12,000 killed, every single one of those 1,600 still missing, every single one of the victims of sexual violence has a face and a name. Each case represents a profound personal tragedy for the victims themselves and their families, and I hope we never lose our sense of outrage of what happened. The United Kingdom has been with Kosovo in the most difficult times and is committed to support building a democratic state here where the rule of law prevails and justice is equal and equally accessible to all. Any society's maturity is best measured by its reaction and response to dealing with issues from the past. Now that capacities have increased, we expect Kosovo institutions to have a strategic plan to prioritise and to treat these cases. In this regard, to handle these sensitive cases, both the KPC and the Academy of Justice need to have adequate training for the new prosecutors. And I'm proud of the British Embassy's strong support for transparent and merit-based recruitments in senior public positions. Such appointments have created public trust in the relevant institutions and demonstrated that the leaders there are committed to improving the capability and professionalism of the institutions they lead. And I will take this opportunity to urge both the Kosovo Judicial and Prosecutorial Councils to continue to conduct meritocratic and transparent recruitment processes or promotions. The United Kingdom remains as committed as ever to Kosovo and to the whole region. We want to work with you to develop and to overcome the wounds of the past, to contribute to a bright and fair and inclusive future for your citizens. This future has to be built on truth and justice, no matter how painful that may be. But a society as strong as Kosovo is well able to deal with this pain, in full confidence that it will contribute to the future that its citizens all deserve.
Gjatë vitit 2018, janë ngritur 2 akte akuza për krime lufte kundër popullsisë civile, njëra nga ana e prokurorit të kombëtar dhe dyta nga prokuroria e zyrës së prokurorisë speciale të Kosovës. Në pikpamje organizative në lidhje me bartjen e kompetencave, institucionet të gjyqësorit nuk kanë treguar një azhuritet të dukshëm. Në rekomandimet tona e kemi shprehur disa vërejtje lidhur me punën e organeve të gjyqësorit që sipas observimeve tona nuk është adekuate, nuk duke pasur parasysh zotimet e tyre gjatë transferimit e kompetencave nga uleksit të vendore.